This Memorial Day, we honor the fallen who have served our country, especially the 32 Defense Department personnel who have recently died of the coronavirus. During these difficult times, our military is out in full force. Here's our national security correspondent, David Martin.
Flyovers to honor healthcare workers across the country. Hospital ships steaming into New York and Los Angeles. The Army Corps of Engineers setting up emergency hospitals and convention centers. National Guard troops manning coronavirus testing stations. A general you probably never heard of, the Army's Gus Perna, named Chief Operating Officer of the race for a vaccine. The public has seen more of its military in this time of lockdown than it would have if the virus had never reached the United States, even though the armed forces have been observing their own lockdown.
We haven't had really any interactions with any other humans other than each other since the beginning of March.
Captain Kayvon Hakimzadeh is a commanding officer of the aircraft carrier Truman, which last saw port nearly 3 months ago.
Right now, we're doing it underway to keep the ship COVID-free.
So is that your main mission now, to stay out there and remain COVID-free?
Based on, what's going on with some other big assets in the Navy, the smartest thing to do was to keep the crew away from the shore and not have anybody else come out to us.
We spoke with the captain as the Truman steamed up and down the East Coast, operating like no other warship ever has.
A call goes out overhead. It's disinfectors, all hands man your spray bottles, kill all viruses on handrails and surfaces.
The Truman's medical officer, Veronica Begornia, says the ship is wiped down twice a day. And whenever a supply flight comes out from shore, the packages are immediately sprayed with disinfectant. Remaining COVID-free is the mission, but not exactly the glory that Truman had in mind.
We're used to being on the front lines. We're used to being the ones out there taking the risks, and roles have been reversed. Now we're here relatively safe, COVID-free, not concerned about the environment that we're living in, and our families are on the front line.
On the other side of the world, the Theodore Roosevelt finally got underway from Guam after becoming the military's most notorious outbreak of coronavirus. We spoke to Captain Carlos Sardiello shortly before he left port. Do you think this virus has changed the Navy forever?
I'm not going to speak on behalf of the entire Navy, but I'll speak on behalf of Theodore Roosevelt. It has certainly changed us forever and opened our eyes to another potential threat to our health and our ability to do our mission.
Change forever, including face masks at Arlington National Cemetery. But there are some things about the American military and what it means to this country that will never change.